Hello and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome to a podcast that should have been here a long time ago. It's all about Lionel Messi, and that is an absolutely huge topic. You know, everyone is talking about it throughout the summer. We've been watching him at the World Cup. Last season, of course, there was a lot of critics after his performance in La Liga and the Champions League, and going into the World Cup, no one knew if he'd be the same player, and everyone was doubting whether he performed for Argentina. Well, the thing is, reason we see so many people criticising and, looking for real negatives in terms of Lionel Messi's performance is because this man has ripped apart almost every single team in European football. If they could see the back of him, they would love to. And if they can't appreciate Lionel Messi, well, that's their problem, because this guy is a unique player, one that we will never ever see again. And if you're going to criticise, if you're not going to appreciate the magic he brings to the football field, then really you don't deserve to, because this guy is something pretty special. And this season, we're going to see again why he is the best player in the world, and why he is possibly the greatest player to ever play the game. In the summer, for Argentina, we saw him play, I think, pretty well. I thought he played at about 80%, 70% of his quality. I thought he was definitely the difference for Argentina, 110% their best player. In terms of an attacking threat, I think Mascherano was incredible in the midfield area. Didn't win it. That is a slight negative. Lionel Messi didn't win the World Cup he's always wanted to win, and that is a real blow. But I'm absolutely sure that he'll come back stronger, because it's in his nature. He doesn't just lie down and take it. He'll be back stronger. Last season wasn't a brilliant season. Of course, it wasn't in terms of the club, and in terms of Messi personally. He suffered, obviously, the injury problems that we know about. 41 goals, absolutely nothing wrong with that. People saying, he suffered, a real dip in form. Maybe he wasn't the most elusive, player ever because of the injury problems. He was still recovering, but 41 goals, I think anyone would be happy with that return. Lionel Messi this season will be a completely different player. Mark my words on that. He will be a lot more explosive, a lot more enthralled, a lot more desire in his performance. Last season under Tata Martino, the players didn't really buy into what he wanted to do. In the dressing room, there was a lot of discontent of the way they were playing. Lionel Messi was clearly played out of position. You saw him on the halfway line, and there's a lot of people saying, well, Messi used to dribble past 5-6 players to score a goal. That's fine, but when you're on the halfway line, you've got 2 banks of 4 to break down. If you can find any player in the world who can break that down, please find him, because I'd love to sign him, because it's impossible. You cannot do that. You cannot get the ball inside your own half. Sometimes Messi was getting it, and he had nothing on. All he could do was just pass it sideways and make a run. He was played out of position, and that is the vital point here. Messi wasn't played in the best role for him, and under Guardiola, there was the best position for Messi was available. Guardiola found the place in his squad to put this man and utilise him and get the very, very best out of him. That's what Luis Enrique has to do, and that's what Luis Enrique will do. We've brought in Luis Suarez, which everyone is sort of assuming, oh, well, Suarez will play up front, Lionel Messi will be thrown out onto the wing, or Lionel Messi will be chucked back in centre midfield. Look, that's not going to happen. What will happen is Luis Suarez and Neymar will play as sort of striking roles. Lionel Messi will not play, I'm not seeing him play an attacking midfield as though he's a midfielder. He will play literally just behind them. He's not going to be tracking back every other time. He's not going to be doing anything like that. He'll be just behind them so he can link up, because so many people underrate the absolute brilliant creativity Lionel Messi has. He can pass the ball as well as anyone in the world. He can see openings like anyone in the world, and he is a brilliant, brilliant creative player. We need to use that. As well as his goal-scoring assets, we can use his creativity. Now, I'm not saying Lionel Messi will be back with 81 goals this season or anything like that. What I am saying is Lionel Messi will be a much, much better player for this season. He'll be used in a much better way. What will happen is, hopefully anyway, that Neymar, Suarez and Messi will all score goals, and they'll be shared out evenly. In 2008, when we won the Champions League, 2008-2009 season, it was brilliant to see that Henry, Eto'o, Messi were all scoring goals, and that was a perfect combination, because when you shut the one out, the other one would score. When they shut the other one out, the other one would score, and it makes it much more difficult for defences to really shut up shop and park the bus, because you've got so many players who can score goals, and it'd be much better for the team if the goals are shared around. And Messi won't mind that, of course. He's not going to say, well, I'm not scoring all the goals, get me out of this team. He's not like that. He wants the best for the team. That comes first. Personal glory comes second. It's always been the case with him. And I really believe that this season he's in a much better manner. Luis Enrique will be putting his arm around him and saying, this is our season, we can do it together, I'm going to play you in your best position, I'm going to get the best out of you, you're going to play your best football, and that's what needs to happen. Luis Enrique needs to trust in Messi to produce his brilliant best, and I really believe that this season Lionel Messi can produce that magical touch we've seen from him. Last season we saw it in fits and starts, we saw it in some games, where he would just explode onto the scene. What didn't happen enough because he wasn't far enough up the pitch for it to happen. Martino allowed Messi to sort of go wherever he likes, but he didn't really give him a role in the team. He didn't really tell all the players to involve Messi, and that's what needs to happen. Luis Enrique needs to have a real platform to go and say, look, everything goes through this man because he is one of the best ever. And that's that simple, really. Everything in his team has to go through Messi. He is the linchpin of this team. He will be playing in that little pivotal role behind the strikers, and there will be a lot of goals in this team. Lionel Messi will be scoring, he'll be assisting as well, and I believe that it would be much, much better for the team to have him in such brilliant form and in just that brilliant manner that Lionel Messi plays. And it'll be brilliant as a fan of football as well. You'll see this great man back on top, and I want to see the people who have been criticising, who have been saying Lionel Messi will never be the same again after these injuries. He's an overrated player, I've heard. What absolute rubbish. This man has so much talent, it's unreal. He'll be back, just like he always is. He's never gone away, in my opinion. Lionel Messi has always shown that he is the best, that he's got that quality about him. And I think this season, Luis Enrique will perfectly unlock it again by playing him in a much more suited position and making sure that everything in the team goes through him. Because he is the main man at Barca. He always will be. And it's going to be so exciting to see him back on top this season, which is exactly where he belongs. So, thanks for watching this podcast, guys. Just a quick thing, just to go over a few points about Messi. I know a lot of people have been asking about it. What do you expect from him in the coming season? Well, that's what I expect from him. That's what I'm sure we'll get. We'll get a brilliant, enthused, desirable Messi next season, and I can't wait to see it myself. So, if you did enjoy this video, guys, please leave it a like. If you are new to this channel and you are a Barcelona fan, or even if you're a fan of another club, please subscribe. We've got lots going on here, lots of different podcasts about lots of different things in football. So, thanks for watching. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next podcast.